Welcome back, everybody. This is Bootstrap. It's another video. This one is another SLI benchmark. Told you guys I'd be bringing these on, so I'm bringing another one on here. Very popular Grand Theft Auto 5. Something I gotta say about this game. This, I know, is probably Rockstar's best port of one of their Grand Theft Auto games onto PC, but I gotta tell you guys, this game is all over the place. Frame rates go all over the place, and I've had a lot of friends that have used different hardware, low end to very, very high end, as high as a 980 Ti, and you know, frames anywhere from 130 plus all the way down to 50. And you know, not just using AMD processors, but Intel processors, and it's a game that's ported decent, but I don't think it's great by any stretch of the imagination. Scales okay in SLI. There's times in this game where I'm literally using only about 45 to 50% of my processor, and my cards are at 80-85%, and just, you know, for whatever reason, it's just the programming or the port in the game. Definitely not a case of bottlenecking, because I mean, if that were the case, your CPU would have to be near maxed out. Your cards would be struggling to hit 95 or 97, 98, 99%. So it doesn't seem like that's the case at all. But I figured I'd show you guys a SLI benchmark to just show you how it does run with two GTX 970s. Now, these are the settings I'm going to be using. Got a 1440p display, of course, 60 hertz. I do actually have this monitor overclocked to 71 hertz that I can run at. It's an IPS Korean model, so I was easily able to get that, but only that. I can't go any higher. But 60 frames for the benchmark is fine. I do leave FXAA on, no MXAA, VSync off. Max out density, variety, distance scaling, texture very high, highest they will go. Reflection MSAA ×2 doesn't seem to give you as bad of a performance hit, and so definitely a good idea to kind of have a little bit of that on. It makes the game look nice. Soft shadows, ambient inclusion, I'm just going to put off. I meant to turn this off the other time. It's just one of those things in this game. I've had it on, I've had it high and off, and I can't tell any difference, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Advanced graphics, long shadows on, high resolution shadows off. These are not so much for the card, it's just the VRAM restriction, unfortunately, and of course you guys should all know, even though two GTXs are showing over 8 gigabytes of video RAM memory, there is still only 4 or 3.5, or you get the picture. So these are what I have that's on. Extended shadows all the way, extended scaling about 40%, seems to work just fine. So with that being said, and I just went out of it, didn't I? Let's go ahead and benchmark this and see how it looks. And even in this benchmark, you guys will see the frames are literally all over the place, but see what happens. I can't believe it, you know, and the loading times as well. Being on an SSD shouldn't be that long, but all right. Finally, it's here. Maybe. I mean, these are playable, but see how they go from like 77 to 55, was it? It's just a lot of fluctuation. That is some of the prettiest water I've ever seen in a video game, though, I will say that. And we're humming along pretty good. And I forgot to restart MSI Afterburner after I enabled SLI after having it disabled, and that's why the megahertz that the cards are going is completely off. You need to reset it, turn it off and turn it back on when you apply the SLI. Doing really nice in a pretty taxing area. A lot of people, daytime, in the little city. But there you saw the massive drop. Got down to 48, but we were as high as 80 something. Just down the street. So, in conclusion, guys, yeah, I mean, I don't know if this was the necessarily the best SLI, but you know, it's good. I mean, it's very playable. A lot of times when I'm playing it, my frames per second are pretty high, and usually above 60 frames per second. But as you saw in just their own benchmark, it is all over the place. Anyway, guys, just a little video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. More benchmarking with the SLIs coming soon. Have a good one.